And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Shot, 17.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You talk about this Seahawk defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try to get to that number 1 spot.
A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Marcus Mariota. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. this drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Those spots and get your offense moving.
Here we go, here we go. No, no. Go.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Okay, break.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With third down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A punt return of 65 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Ready, ready.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
On the go. On the ball, on the ball.
Straight ahead, Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2. So I would agree with you totally on that.
2nd and 10.
Ready?
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready, ready.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mariota now from the 50. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Oh, fighting off the defender. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give to Madison. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Blue striker. Ready?
To throw, Mariota. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marcus Mariota with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Tag! Track all 80!
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
At the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Even though they were stopped before the 1st down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. And there he goes again. Touchdown, Vikings. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because You're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday. There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll audible to something else. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Now a throw here to his running back. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Drop 50, drop 50.
Back to throw here. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try for the first with Walker. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you get...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's the fullback. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Seahawks 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, 51 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Ken Walker. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
Ready.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage. Dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Quickly to Addison here. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, here's Nwangu. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Nwangu again on first down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read? Okay.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just keep up the score.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
18, Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. Going deep for Walker. This is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop. So nothing there that time, but maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Returnable for Lockett. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Ready.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Ready.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything went wrong in game 1. They took care of business with it in game 2.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
56, Seahawks 21. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
136 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Ready. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Another run now for Nwangu. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big run there, 29 yards of the first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they will take a knee here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll indeed take a knee. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, here's Walker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game,